The hockey world is abuzz with excitement, and no, it's not just because of this splendid Stanley Cup Finals that we're witnessing. It's because elite prospects have dropped their 2025 NHL Draft Guide. This year's version is bigger and better than ever. Over 350 prospect profiles, over 5,000 individual game reports. We've got track data. We've got 130 plus ranked prospects. We've got all the skill grades, the shades of who they compare to at the NHL. We've got the badges, scout quotes, executive quotes, and a whole lot more.
Man advantage. Boy, Schenkel is playing beast mode right now.
That's another terrific save. Malcolm Spence kind of turn around and get a whack on net. Good stop.
They come in and they score! Matthew Schaefer with the goal.
Matthew Schaefer is an overwhelmingly skilled and dynamic play-driving talent with unmatched developmental runway. He has all the makings of a franchise-altering #1 defenseman in the NHL. If he's able to leverage his frame, mobility, and aggressiveness to become not only a play driver, but a hard defensive zone stopper, he will trace a short path to stardom. As one of the youngest players in the draft class on a sharp upward trajectory, it'd be unwise to put a cap on his ceiling. At the very least, he's on track to become a top 10 defenseman in the league and a core piece of a rebuilding team. Michael Misa is one of the most well-rounded forwards to come out of the OHL in years. A dynamic, play-driving, dual-threat scoring center with exceptional details, contact skills, and a machine-like motor. Misa is a legitimate first overall caliber prospect, possessing everything needed to become a top 6 center at the NHL level. His expansive skill set and elite habits form a foundation that should enable him to build even more layers of abilities, and could make him a driving force for a top NHL team.
Nice move by Misa. He scores! That is why Michael Misa is the top scorer in the OHL with moves like that.
Porter Martone is a special talent whose passing vision and tactical genius could put him up amongst the NHL's elite playmakers. A unique combination of hard and soft skills with top-line upside. And while Martone is known as a power forward, it's more accurate to describe him as a playmaker. It's with his passing that he can distinguish himself most of the season, landing some of the most impressive feeds we've seen. Made instantly off a catch and with a high level of anticipation, many of those would have been equally elite plays in the NHL. In his prime, if he can add that urgency and develop fully into a power playmaker, he could become the offensive motor of his team, a top point getter and a playoff performer.
What a combination this is! And they score Porter Martone!
James Hagens has the dynamic skating, handling, and full scoring arsenal that could make the former number overall favorite a steal. While he may not tower over opponents, his game speaks volumes. The 5'10" center has been on scouts' radars for years, and for good reason. He processes the game like few others. His elite hockey sense is matched by a smooth, powerful stride, quick hands, and a natural feel for pace. Hagens sees layers developing before they form, threading passes into space that teammates didn't know they had. His edge work allows him to escape pressure with ease, and his puck touches are slick and efficient. Roger McQueen is a power center with highlight reel handling skill, a sniper's release, playmaking ability, and defensive impact. He's a highly skilled offensive player. He combines pace with mechanical refinement and a deep arsenal of tricks. Constantly in motion, he catches pucks inside crossovers, takes the middle, and attacks defenders one-on-one. Unfortunately, repeated injuries make him the draft's biggest risk, but also one of the biggest upside plays.
Across, McQueen waits, won't shoot, walks in, fires, he scores! What a shot by Roger McQueen, a power play goal. The Wheat Kings make it 4-2.
There are many players who skate like Jackson Smith. He's quick, explosive, and shifty, using a lot of heel-to-heel skating, punch turns, and changes of pace. Inherently deceptive in his movements, opponents struggle to get a read on him, and he has the speed to come from behind to win races. He's a dynamic offensive creator, an explosive four-way mover, has physical shutdown presence, and all roads lead to the NHL. But which pathway will he take?
The other way, 2-on-1. Goldsmith and Sloan, shot, score.
Caleb Desnoyers is a detailed 200-foot center with a hard-nosed net front game, deceptive open ice playmaking, and flashes of power forward. More pace is required, but he's constantly evolving teammates in his play. He bases his transition game on short passes, give and goes, and delay plays. He connects with teammates in all directions, displaying advanced precision and awareness at 5-on-5, as well as a high level of deception on the power play. If Desnoyers learns to make more of his plays in movement, adds pace, and pushes his playmaking to another level, he could become one of those coveted number ones. That's a long shot projection, though.
Off for Desnoyers. Steps in, scores! There it is.
Carter Bear might be the most intense competitor in the draft. He's fearless, physical, and always making something happen. And he's one of the top playmakers available too. With 40 goals and 82 points in 56 games, he was one of the top draft eligibles in the CHL before an Achilles injury halted his season early. But with his intensity and his fearless work ethic, there's a chance that he could be a top-line forward and a future fan favorite.
Cycle. Bear with a wrister. He scores! Carter Bear!
Victor Eklund is a highly translatable and skilled winger with one of the best motors in the draft and a physical game that supersedes his size. He's a strong bet to become a top 6 NHL contributor despite that size. He's one of the very best forecheckers in the draft class, employing a relentless motor and highly impressive contact skills for a player barely listed over 160 pounds. He suffocates defenders with his pace and outraces them for pucks on retrievals, simply wins the war for body positioning constantly. Another one who's going to be a future fan favorite.
Bra spel. Ja, det är ett jättebra spel. Och Mora får inte ut pucken. Bagel igen. Eklund! Och från där i mål! Djurgården avgör!
Jake O'Brien is a deceptive and silky smooth playmaker with high-end vision, a detailed approach, and loads of physical runway left. His playmaking is second to none in the draft class, and in terms of creativity, he may be in a tier of his own. When he can't spot a lane, he creates it, shifting defenders or faking a shot before dropping the puck to teammates. Knowing his playmaking tendencies, one would think that defenders would stop falling for his feints, but O'Brien sells them so well, putting his whole body into the act, that he continues to freeze them and connect deft passing plays. He'll need to improve his pace and add some more physical strength, but there's clear top 6 upside here.
His drive safe. Rebound O'Brien. Back out front. Scores!
And that's just a taste of what we provide in this year's NHL Draft Guide. It comes with this EP Premium subscription, along with faster browsing without ads and banners, in-depth stats functionality, unique hockey stats tool, unlimited access to EP Rinkside. You get the full draft coverage, game logs, advanced search, player tracker, compare player features, and so much more. Head over to eliteprospects.com and grab your subscription.